What's going on, everybody? This is Preston here, and this is the EchoPark Automotive Grand Prix race review at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Now, this race was like you had a two-way manufacturer battle between Chevy and Toyota. Chevrolet and Toyota are the top two manufacturers today. William Byron won the pole. I think he led 48 laps, almost 50 laps of the 68. Like, he and Ross Chastain were battling in stage three. Like, they were battling. I feel like the first half was dominated by Toyota. The second half was dominated by Chevrolet. And yeah, the only two cautions for this race were the stage breaks. That's it. If this race would have been green, wouldn't have stage breaks, this would have been a caution-free race. And, to me, when you get caution-free races, to me, it's just refreshing. That's what I'm saying. But, yeah, but there has been some spins here and there. Like, I think Christopher Bell, I know he got into Larson and Kyle Busch, both got into both of the Kyles, got into Larson and then got into Kyle Busch, and Kyle Busch at the end of the race was not happy. I think he managed to still finish top 10 though, but yeah. So first off, William Byron won on the pole, and he dominated. He dominated stage one. Up until then, at this point where like 5 to go or 3 to go, you have to either decide either you want to stay on the track and get points, or you want to go back and get tires so that way you can be in contention for the race later on. You have to choose between those two decisions. Like that's been like that for this road course races. And stage one was won by Christopher Bell. He was able to he's gonna stay out. He stayed out and get those extra points. And then stage two was dominated by Christopher Bell. And then Denny Hamlin decided to stay out and get those 10 plus bonus points and help him in the regular season standings. So, yeah, Denny Hamlin won stage two. But then after all that, here come Ross Chastain and William Byron back. William Byron was in the top 10 all race long. His pit crew did phenomenal. They managed to have a pit stop more than 3 seconds ahead of Christopher Bell, I think, or the others. So, William Byron, you have to give it to William Byron's pit crew today. I feel like William Byron's pit crew won him the race. So, good execution, well played stop from William Byron to get his second win of the season, and this is his 12th win. And what Fox and Mike Joy said that this is William Byron's 10th win in the next gen car. 10 out of 12 William Byron's wins have came in this new car, in the Gen 7 car. So William Byron making the most out of that, and congratulations to William Byron, man. The Hendrick cars, my pick to win. I predicted the Hendrick car to win this race, but I didn't predict William Byron. I actually predicted Chase Elliott to break that winless streak, but what is going on with Chase Elliott? Like, what is going on with him? Like, I don't know. It's just ever since last year, he just hasn't looked like his dominating self anymore. He spun out one time at one point. Man, Chase Elliott doesn't look like himself. But anyways, Brad Keselowski, I know he had a horrible day. He spun out a bunch of times. Drivers were exhausted as well at the end of this race. Like Corey LaJoy, he was on the ground at one point. I think AJ was. And definitely the drivers were exhausted after this race. This was a race where you have to work, like you have to constantly shift. You have to shift over 20 times in this race. And for doing that for 68 laps, you gotta give it to the drivers, man. They did really well. One driver that I need to talk about is Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace, I thought he was gonna finish in the 30s again, but he came back and finished 13th, finished inside the top 15, I think. So that was really, really good for Bubba Wallace. I'd say that's a win right there. So yeah. I think Denny Hamlin also finished 14th inside the top 15 as well. Top 10, not top 10, but I know he finished in the teens. So, yeah. But, yeah, the Toyotas, it's mostly been battle between the Toyotas and the Chevys, like I said. And Toyota man, Ty Gibbs. He was probably the second best Toyota out there behind Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell, if it would have just been one more, maybe two more laps even, one more lap, maybe two, Bell would have been able to pass William Byron. Or maybe we'd go into overtime. If a caution would have come out, gone overtime, Christopher Bell, in my opinion, could have won. So, yeah, but William Byron's pit crew, too good. And that is what caused William Byron to go out front, get ahead of Ross Chastain, and win. And you have to make very little mistakes in this race. For example, if you cut the corner, well, NASCAR's cutting corner policy, and like in turns, I think turns 3 through 6. If you cut either one of those snakes, you're going to the back. We're getting penalized. So I think that I caught with John or Nemechek. Let me see when. Let's see. I want to see what I can recap all of the spins. I know Harrison Burton did one time. Bubba Wallace did twice. They had a scuffle between Corey LaJoy and Truex at the start. Um, and then I know Josh Berry at one point took out Komio Kobayashi. And speaking of which, there were multiple drivers from other countries that were in this race. Komio Kobayashi, I know he's from Japan. There's Shane Van Gisbergen. I think there's one more. I think that's it, and even Daniel Suarez as well. So Suarez, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Kamil Kobayashi were the three international drivers in this race. So yeah, guys, the Fords, they didn't really show up as much as the Chevys and the Toyotas. I think the best finishing Ford was okay. The best finishing Ford is Chris Buescher. He finished 8th. So yeah, so that's good. Trying to look and see where Bubba Wallace finished. He finished 15th, though I was right. So, yeah. I think at one point Briscoe was in the top 10 later in this race, but yeah, guys, this race was just was good. Was just good. Almost just a little bit above average with how the racing and battles have been, but this race was good. I gave it a good average race. So yeah, this race you had to battle, you have to not make any mistakes. You really had to work in the car. You really had to work. You had to shift multiple times a lap. Uh, yeah, it was just like COTA if it was the past couple of years. Um, so yeah, congratulations to William Byron on getting his second win of the season, his 12th career win, and yeah, he's really looking like last year for being a championship contender. So yeah, congratulations to William Byron. This is the first driver with multiple wins this season. So, yeah, guys. So now I'm going to go and take a look at the race results. Alright, everyone, here is the race results. William Byron won the race, finishes first. Christopher Bell second. He was charging at the end, but just didn't have enough laps. Ty Gibbs third. Alex Bowman, I think all the races Alex Bowman has finished, and that's Circuit of the Mirror, because he's been top 5, so yeah. Now we have last year's winner, Tyler Reddick. He was up front. He was, in my opinion, one of the top 5 Toyotas out there today. He finishes 5th. AJ finishes 6th. Ross Chastain was up front battling at the start of stage 3 with William Byron. He finishes 7th. Chris Buescher 8th. Kyle Busch had an up and down wacky day, but he ends up finishing 9th. Martin Truex 10th. Joey Logano got things. He didn't get a top 10, but still a better finish than the finishes that he's been having. Ryan Blaney, the defending series champ, 12th. Chase Briscoe, 13th. My favorite driver, Denny Hamlin, 14th. Bubba Wallace, 15th. Chase Elliott, my pick to win this race, finishes 16th. Justin Haley. Justin Haley was at one point in a Rick Ware car, battling inside the top 10. So Justin Haley's really outperforming my expectations. Kyle Larson, 18th. Austin Cindric, 19th. Zane Smith finally has a decent finish, finishes 20th. Shane Van Gisbergen finishes 21st. John Hunter Nemechek 22nd. Carson Hocevar 23rd. Ryan Prix will finish 24th. Corey LaJoy 25th. Austin Dillon 26th. Todd Gillen 27th. Kaz Grala 28th. I know Stenhouse and Kobayashi got together 1 point. 29th and 30th. Harrison Burton 31st. Daniel Suarez 32nd. I think he was at 1 point. In the top 10, I think. Eric Jones 33rd. I already mentioned Brad Keselowski. He didn't have a good day at all. Noah Gragson 35th. I don't think Storehouse Racing didn't even show up today. Josh Berry 36th. Timmy Hill 37th. Daniel Hemrick 38th. And Michael McDowell, who had I think a power steering issue. Yeah, he has a steering issue. He ends up finishing last. Yeah, guys, in conclusion, this race was good to average. Just about what I expected. I thought this race was gonna have a wild finish, but if it would just got a couple of more laps, or one more lap, it could have been. So, yeah, but this race was good, guys. Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. I'm gonna give this race a 6 out of 10. Just good to average. Just good to average for me, guys. So, yeah, guys, in the end, William Byron gets the job done. So, yeah, guys. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And anyways, this is Preston signing off. Peace out.